Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here. This is the hardest hitting EA UFC 4 AI versus AI fight. Your boy Coach Heavy Hands has had the great pleasure to call, and I'm telling you, I'm freaking out in anticipation. Stipe Miocic versus Francis Ngannou for the UFC heavyweight title, and it's time to get it on. We are getting things popping right away. Francis getting things going with a left hook, bringing that pressure on the Stipe as everybody expects him to do. It is Francis Ngannou. He doesn't have time today. He's got places to be, and you got somewhere to go, namely the land of wind and ghost. Beautiful hook and uppercut by Francis. Francis putting that pressure on Stipe. Stipe clinching up Francis. I am going to refer to that clinch as a classic. Able to hang in there with DC. He's dangerous in the clinch. Talking about Stipe. Dangerous in the clinch. Dangerous on his feet. Dangerous on the ground. Dangerous walking back and dangerous coming at you. This is the greatest champion of all time. 6 title defenses. And lands an overhand. Golden Gloves. Boxing champ. Stipe Miocic in the building, coming in here 20-3. The opponent, who's trying to impose his will right now, 15-3. Francis Ngannou, fears no man, moving in towards Stipe, trying to land, trying to bless, quote unquote, Stipe. Oh my God! An uppercut lands. Stipe is dropped with the lead uppercut by Francis Ngannou. Francis does not follow Stipe to the ground, allows Stipe to get back up to his feet, throws a hook to the body. Francis does it, lands. Francis is very measured. Lands a check hook, rocks Stipe again. This is amazing. This is so crazy. Stipe walking back. Remember, I just told you, Stipe can still knock you out. Walking backwards. He's got his bearings together. He's not out of it. Stipe is the definition of grit. He is the grind. He's not giving up. But don't be fooled. Too many more of those shots will put any man take his lights out. Oh, rocks Francis with the right straight, drops Francis onto his back. Francis lands a beautiful hook. These guys are going at it. You can see a little mouse under Stipe's right eye, little redness. That left hook landed clean. Both men have been down in the first round, have no idea who's winning. Francis drops Stipe with a lead uppercut that rocks him. Oh, and he drops Stipe with a beautiful head kick. Francis has clearly been doing work, changing himself in the gym. Stipe's on his back. He's in full mount. He's turned around, giving up his back. Francis got full mount. Francis Ngannou in Stipe's half guard, goes up in full mount. This has been a crazy first round. I want replays, and I want them right now. Clack. Beautiful head kick. Francis Ngannou has been changing his life. He's been waiting for this moment. That head kick has not been a traditional technique we've seen in his toolbox. He's bringing it out here quite successfully. Drops Stipe 3 times in the first round. That power is to be feared. Can't believe this is only round 2. Here we go. Both men touching gloves, getting things kicked off here. Stipe, don't forget, although he was dropped 3 times, did drop Francis with that right. That's straight. Put Francis on his back. He's not out of it. But he's got to be careful. Going to the leg kick. Lands a beautiful right hook, followed up by a straight. Stipe looking good. Minding his patience. He gets dropped with what I think was a left hook, followed by a right hook. Gets dropped. Stipe wall climbs, gets back to his feet. This is not looking good for Stipe. Stipe's been down 4 times in probably 6 minutes. 6 to 7 minutes, excuse me. Stipe lands a beautiful uppercut. Stipe's trying to throw in volume, trying to catch Francis off of his game, because right now, my friends, this is not looking good for the greatest heavyweight champion of all time. Francis Ngannou might be on the precipice of making history. Francis Ngannou throwing that beautiful uppercut that we saw take out men such as Alistair Overeem and several other throughout his career. Lands another left hook, drops Stipe. This is scary business. Stipe looks confused. He's backing up. Stipe using that collegiate wrestling. We've seen yet another dimension of Francis's improvement. They say he was working on his wrestling. They say he was working on his grappling, his takedown defense. Francis just stuffed his first Stipe takedown, gets rocked by another right by Stipe. Francis is on wobbly legs, gets his back to the cage, looks like he's got his bearings back together. Stipe, Francis looking at each other in the middle of the octagon, both men realizing that they are one strike away. Oh, beautiful uppercut. Is this it? Is Stipe going to be able to get knocked out? This is crazy. Stipe getting back to his feet. He's been dropped by uppercuts, dropped by straights. Oh, and a straight drops him again. This is insane. Stipe, he's got to. Who is looking out for him? Is the ref going to look out for him? Is it? We got 1 minute left, and it's a wrap. Woo! Francis Ngannou finishes Stipe with a beautiful right hook at the very end of the second round. This was insane. Francis Ngannou is the scariest heavyweight we have ever seen in the UFC. He's finally taken the throne, beating the greatest heavyweight of all time, Stipe Miocic. All respect to the former champ, and let's see what's next for the new one. I cannot wait for the real deal this weekend, UFC 260, only on pay-per-view at 7 p.m. this Saturday. I cannot wait. I thank you so much for joining me. You guys, this was yet another awesome AI versus AI. I will see you next time. We got some more coming out this week. I will catch you on the flip side. Peace. I'm out.